This video is what you're going to want to know before buying a new construction home in McCall, Idaho. I'm Teia Golden. I sell real estate here in McCall, Idaho, and I'm here to give you some things that you need to know before you buy new construction. And be sure to stay tuned to the end. We're going to take you through what a $2 million new construction home looks like in McCall, Idaho. The first thing that's most important to know is when you're calling and hiring a contractor or a builder in Idaho, in order for someone to call themselves a builder or a contractor, they do not need experience. They do not need to have any sort of education, and they do not need to pass any sort of exam. So it's just good to check, what do the past builds look like, and do they have any reviews? That's the sort of stuff that you want to look for when you're hiring a contractor in Idaho. You might be moving here from another state or own property in another state where the contractors have to take all sorts of tests or have some sort of exam or number of years of experience. But in Idaho, you don't have to have that. So definitely check references and look at past build jobs. If the home is already built and you're buying this new construction home, the builders could come from other areas or maybe from southern Idaho and not be super familiar with McCall in general. We do have a building code that's online, but some homes do still get passed that I would say are still a little questionable through the planning and zoning. There's some designs that are still questionable. So the next thing you should be concerned about is the roof line of a house. And so you can see here, this is actually a great roof line. The snow, when it falls off, it'll come down to here. You can see that they've rocked and have a way for the water to escape once the snow melts. You can tell that it's very thought out. Sometimes in homes that are not done well, you'll see, this air conditioning units here on the side, but this one does have a cover over it. And so this is great because when the snow falls off the roof or it just snows in general, it's going to keep the snow out of that air conditioning unit. And that's really what you're looking for whenever you buy a home in McCall, is you want to see something built like this. It's built correctly. So another thing about the roof line is, see, these roof lines are separated away from each other, which is great. What you don't want to see is when roof lines come in towards each other, because what that means is the snow is going to melt here, it's going to melt here, and it's going to settle in this center vein. Whereas these are pointed outwards, so when the snow sits up there, it's going to fall off to the left or the right. It's not built to compile in the middle. So that's what you're looking for in a roof line in McCall. You want snow that falls to the outside. Another thing that you're going to look for is, see, the majority of this roof, the snow is going to fall to the left or the right. Some of the roof lines you'll see face forward, and that's going to cause snow to fall off to the front. So you want to minimize the amount of roof lines that send snow to the front of the house, because that's going to create ice and packed snow. You can see that this is set up and they have roof lines that just cover the porch and cover the entryway into the garage to deflect snow from those areas. Another roof line issue that I've seen is where the roof line where the snow will shed right onto an air conditioning unit. And when that heavy snow falls off the roof, one, it could just take out the air conditioning unit altogether. It could just totally ruin the air conditioner or shorten its life expectancy. So in the McCall area, roof lines are very important, and it can cause problems even within the first year of living in a new construction home. So definitely check out your roof line. Another thing that you're going to want to look at when you're looking at new construction homes in McCall, Idaho, if you're buying inside of a neighborhood, that neighborhood's going to have CC&Rs. Some neighborhoods have an architectural review committee. And so one, you're going to want to read the CC&Rs before you buy a lot to build a home in that particular neighborhood, so you know what all the rules are. And then two, if you have a particular home design in mind, you're going to want to run that by the architectural review committee. And maybe, depending on how flexible you are with this plan, you might even want to run it by them before you decide to close on the property. If you're so stuck on one particular home design and not willing to be flexible at all, then run your home design through the architectural review committee before you purchase that particular piece of property. I have had customers in the past where they've turned down their home design, and the customers were super bummed about it. So if you're really dead set on having a certain home design, run it through before you close on the land. When building a new construction home in McCall, Idaho, We have a very short build window, and this is important to pay attention to when you're thinking about your timelines and when you start construction process. If you're looking to hire a builder, most builders are taking on clients, for the next spring or when the next build season starts the year before. So currently, if you were shopping for land to do a build job now, your build job's probably not going to start until June of next year. So that's just important to know. If you're shopping in November, you're not going to start until June. So it's not just year-round building here. We have very particular build windows and when things can happen based on our inclement weather. Another thing that affects a build window is if you're going to be building outside of the city of McCall and you're not connected to city water and sewer, if you're going to have to be on a septic tank, majority of the lots are going to need water monitoring. This is where they check the levels of the groundwater and tell you what type of septic system you can have. If you've purchased a lot, say we're in the month of November, and you decide to purchase a lot, you're going to want to start that water monitoring as soon as spring hits and water monitor until June. Then you'll be able to get your septic permit and your building might not start until late June or early July. But let's say hypothetically, you didn't find your property until April. So say in April, you decide, hey, I really like this lot and I'd like to buy it and start construction in June or July, but you haven't been septic approved yet. You're gonna have to wait until the next year to start the water monitoring in order to be septic approved. So those are just some of the things to think about when you're building new construction in McCall, Idaho. So let's go check out this new construction house now and see what $2 million gets you here in McCall, Idaho. Hey, now we're at 335 Running Horse, located in McCall, Idaho. We're gonna show you what $2,049,000 can buy you here in McCall. Let's check it out. So you'll see they have wide plank floors. These are gonna be easy to clean whenever you come in and out from hanging out in the snow in the winter. Come through, they all have furnace. This is from the air conditioning that we saw outside. They have an oversized garage. So if you have a large truck or if you have snowmobiles, sprinter vans, all of that can fit in this garage. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath house. So you have a full bathroom down here and you've got 2 bedrooms downstairs and they both have views of Payette Lake. Rotary Park is located right across the street. It'll never be built on and it'll never obscure your view. That will always be a park. This is also located on the City of McCall bike trail. So you can hop on a bike right here out your back door, get on the bike trail. You can bike down to the hospital at St. Luke's. You can bike into downtown. Has super easy access and is convenient to everything in town. And you can see in these downstairs bedrooms, they have really large picture windows to really capture the lake views. So now we're in the upstairs. There's gonna be 2 additional bedrooms upstairs and the living room's gonna open up and have great views of Payette Lake, including a sink in the kitchen that also looks over the lake. And this is an open concept, so the kitchen's very open to the living room and dining room. Has high-end appliances, gas, stove, a touchless water faucet that turns on. They have the drawer system microwave over here that's below counter level to free up counter space. I don't know if you guys have seen these. Nice accent wall, indoor-outdoor propane fireplace. This home is really set up to be a lock and leave type style. So if you work long days or if you're purchasing this as a vacation home, all the patios are covered, so you're not gonna have snow removal. The community covers the exterior snow removal. This is gonna be an easy home to keep up with. This is gonna be your main bedroom that has its own private bath and a walk-in closet. One more bathroom here in the hall. This is the upstairs bath. So each bedroom, except for the downstairs, really has their own bathroom. What's really cool about this neighborhood, it's mainly the location. The location of this neighborhood is amazing. Walk anywhere, bike anywhere. It's got the mature landscaping that's surrounded the neighborhood, in addition to the new landscaping that they planted. So come check out this outdoor fireplace. This is the one I was telling you about. So they have the propane indoor and propane outside. Great for entertaining. You can just see having this set up for outdoor dining. It's set up right next to the kitchen. You can entertain out here. while you overlook the lake with amazing views. So if this video has given you more information about new construction in McCall, Idaho, like the video and subscribe to the channel.